All right, look, I've tried to talk to some of my people, and like, how can I bring something for y'all, for whoever, to try to understand? Because I mean, what you have is just one way. You understand? And to the average person, you know, if you could understand that, you know, you're just pretty much designed to memorize your career. That's it. And they just hand out little pieces of paper. That's it. And you don't get to say, no, they're the experts. You don't get to say that. I mean, if you could step back and be like, yeah, that is a little fishy that we go work just through the week and then we just go have fun. Just go have fun. I did my part, man. Did you? Because real doctors a long time ago stayed in it forever. They stayed in it until they died. They didn't get paid for nothing. That's what they was here for. You know, and now, listen to me, don't get upset, but your industry, that's what it is. Now they're just, whoever wants to work there, come on in. People, it doesn't matter. You learn, you memorize this little certain year or 2 or 6-week program, then you can work over here. It's not good. But listen to me. What I want to do is talk about like your occipital lobe. You know, your sensorium organ. Your sensorium organ, and this, I'm speaking not from your career. So if you're in the medical industry, we have our own career and you got yours. And we can relate everything, all inventions, to the human anatomy. That's where we are. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to talk about what the occipital lobe truly does. Because if we're going to look at this diagram right here, or this model right here, is going to be the occipital lobe. It'll be right here. And then the sensorium organ is inside, but we ain't going to get into. This is very powerful. The cerebrum, your computer at home is called a RAM. It stores memory. Well, this is the RAM of God because it stores memory in there. And it's the cerebrum. So what you have at home as an invention from us, it's an invention of you. So who would be the product if you don't know that? You would. Okay? Now, we all know this. If you're in psychology or, you know, whatever, you do know that children, that if they see something, I mean, they're going to imitate it and try to imitate whatever it is. And they will. So, without me going into a lengthy conversation, like a seminar, what do you think this does? Okay, if this is what I'm telling you is ours. You've got yours. Ours represents no money, yours does. So to us, the occipital lobe, which is your imagination, that has to do with your imagination. And then combined with the sensorium organ, which has to do with your senses and your faculties. Okay, so at a young age, what are the senses and faculties designed around? This. What's the imagination designed around? The script writers within this. So what's in the average person? That's why I keep posting pills, check your phone, go off. Because that's how you program human beings. And you control them through your technology. And then whenever you want to insert another fucking emotion to them, just play some shit. And then the fear that's been designed into these people goes to the brain and sends a signal to stay in fear, stay inside, over and over and over. It's nothing but repetitiveness. And then if you're a mechanic, the cerebrum is the motor. The cerebellum is the transmission. Thick and thin oil. Thick and thin oil. The sacral plexus and the solar plexus. Okay? There's the coccyx. We'll just look at some of this for a second. So, this is this. That's it. See, this is an invention of the spinal cord, this. So, and to those of y'all that know, see, you're going to have a solar and a sacral plexus. All right? You got bones pumping down here, long story short, pushing it up. And then it circulates through the brain. A thick and a thin oil. It goes up that elevator. And see, mercury's in there that you don't know nothing about. The original elevators, you know what they ran off of? Mercury. Wonder why they're not around no more. You get rid of everything. And then you just start creating a whole new species of humans, getting to the sensorium organ and the occipital lobe. So, you know, I'm not trying to be too in depth, like as far as being a dick, but some things you have to be showed in order for you to snap out of the impulses that you literally cannot get out of. You can't get out of them. So what do you think those do? What do you think that many hours of that does by the age of 10? Where he done went over all that. It creates little bitty soft individuals. Little bitty soft ones. Oh, and they're angry too because see, they're soft. But what causes a child to choke a fucking animal? An impulse. Well, where did that impulse get inserted into that child at? Well, there's a number of ways. Through pills, through sodas, through this, and this. Because the brain's not supposed to have these substances that we've been forced to accept. And truthfully, the women now don't even know that, when they're pregnant, that the blood vessels connected to the baby, I mean, it's very important that you put, I mean, if you're going to race a car, like NASCAR, you got to have the best fucking material on that car. You got to have the best fuel, the best oil, the best, and it's human anatomy, truthfully, running around the track. That's all it is. So in order to have that baby on tip-top shape, you got to put the material in that it's made of, and that would be the elements in nature. But you're not that. You're the opposite of that. You don't even know who you are. But listen to me. Here's the good news. It's going to collapse. Some of y'all hoarding your money, you'll never get to spend it. You'll never get to spend any of the generational money, whatever it is. You'll never get it. And seeing it's like now, in 2020, we told y'all you better start getting involved as far as your own ass and looking. And instead, you just go in. And so your brain has been developed. Your senses and faculties have been developed to go inside and listen to a little tube for 5 minutes or however long. And that's it. They're the experts. Now go have fun. Go spend money. Go have fun. Matt, down TV. It's like we're over here studying day in, day out for a decade almost. You're crazy. You see, it's not real. It's not real. I wish we could shake the shit out of you, but we can't because I'm being nice. Because some of y'all, with what little bit I've said, it should break you. But it won't. You'll shake it. Shake it. It's just like we show people certain stones that are fucking melted like butter. And see, the Ahrimanic mind, if it can't explain it, then it turns around and dismisses it and ignores it. It's not in TV. It's not in the universe. It's not out there, Matt. I should tell you something. You're crazy. And that's why those are developed around Legos, build a block, build a whatever. Simon. It's funny because they brought up about Legos. They was like, they're thinking about building structures like the Legos. Well, no shit. That's all this structure we keep telling you about that they blew up and melted and shit. I mean, that's how everything's built, but it was built way better than any fucking thing you've ever seen. And then they get you to play with what they destroyed. It is fucking ingenious, buddy. But see, the sad thing is I don't have a piece of paper. Although I'm the one that was in these structures. I was the one in these structures. You know. And just real quick, the brain, there's more kaliphos, more potassium phosphate in the pia matter, the gray pia matter in the brain that runs up and down the spinal cord. There's going to be more kaliphos in it. Okay? And that's one of the main ingredients. When it's depleted, then what happens? See, when this has the material, then it's at what? At what? Ease. At ease. So if it doesn't have the material, withdraws, then it's at what? Dis-ease. Not because there's caught something. It's because it's depleted. And then when all that kaliphos is depleted, then what it does is this. What y'all don't know about, this is why your organs are falling apart. So when you don't know about the brain and what it's truly made of, once it's depleted of kaliphos, each one of these organs has a salt that it depends on. So it has to supply the deficiency. So when it can't supply the deficiency, it starts sucking from the other organs, the other members of the body of Christ. And then eventually the one will shut down, this, that, and the other, all internally weaponized. It is badass. That's what I'm saying. It ain't going to change. Look, that flood, that ain't nothing compared to what they're fixing to bring, buddy. I've tried to use some of my white magic, but I don't think it has any effect on world fucking black magic. Literally warlocks that are doing this, from taking orders from the unseen that you fucking just can't even fathom, because most of y'all, if you throw this away, then we all have what? G.I. Joe or something else, Blues Clues, and seeing it's not real, your industry about brain diseases. You know, you don't teach people about what they're made of, and then in time you have all your medical careers, and all the pills and every fucking thing else, and all your nursing homes. It's a Ponzi scheme. If I'm Satan, I'm going to create a bunch of fucking dummies, and then I'm going to put possessions and image out there and status. And you know what them dummies are going to do? They're going to bite on it, because I'm going to have ambassadors for me. I'm going to put on my fucking radio, TV, and everything. And I ain't going to allow nothing else around, so that's it. And I'm going to make them floss and bling bling, and then they're all going to fall in it. I'm going to control every aspect of your existence, meaning I'm going to put your emotions in the way you think. Anything that you respond is a reflex. It's a reaction of the impulse that you have from the world. It's not you. Seriously, just a simple test. Get your phone and go lay it down. Checking it is an impulse. So go lay it down. Test your ass before you go across. And see how strong that connection is to that bullshit. I'm serious. It's not a real world. It's a world created by black magic magicians. All right? That's all it is. It's an invention of the human anatomy. And truthfully, we can be as smart as those computers. We could. It would probably take me 4 or 5 hours straight to get you to understand that, the way your brain has been designed. You know, for us to critically think is a joke. It's what, he's crazy. I'm the one in this career. No shit. What gives them ducks out there? They ain't never been around another duck. How does it know to do the same shit that every other duck knows how to do? Because it's been programmed by the unseen, by spirit of God. And that group conscience of a duck represents all ducks, a spirit underneath God of the unseen. You never understand them. So what man has done is said, I can create a one world conscience through my AI. Here, you want VR? We got to get them everywhere. And see, it's all about the eyes and the brain and these, what I'm telling you. I'm being cool to the controllers because they still won't get it. They'll never fucking get it. They've done it. Listen, I understand you've done everything you're supposed to. And you have. And that's the crazy thing is because, see, if you really listen to me, you'll end up losing your mind because it's not hard to put it together. But then again, I mean, you got to see it. Y'all just don't know. You're like a garbage disposal. All of you are. Whatever it is they throw out into the society, you go consume it. Whatever it is. But in your defense, you've been designed to do that. To feed into that shit. And the average person, they're just fucking crazy. You know? I mean, it's crazy as shit that this nation has these fucking news stations, especially a couple of them, you know. These people are so scared they can't even come outside because of the TV. And y'all are going to tell me I'm bad. Then that means we need to go shut that fucking thing down. This is our nation. Let's go shut it down. Quit fucking feeding our grannies and grandpas so many fucking lies. Look at them. They're in there. Oh, I got to send money. No, you don't. We need to get rid of that shit. And we need to keep all the independent news reporters right now, the ones that they're fucking taking their videos down left and right. And some of them are dying because that's what they do. Just fucking get rid of them. You know. So, now listen to me. That was a very easy video. It was very lower natured, very lower intellectual wording. That's what you want to call it. But I'm trying to show you that your words mean nothing. They don't mean anything. They gave you all these fucking words. He knows that word. Listen how fucking educated he sounds. It's like, yeah, but they corrupt as shit on the inside. Don't know it. Everything in them is from the world. That's what I'm saying. As a child, you grow into this world of possessions and materialism, and then it's all that shit's in there. He is crazy. I'm not giving it up. And I've told people in recovery, your ultimate fourth step, which is doing an inventory, is going to be on technology, which would be AI, but the gadgets. You got to do an inventory on. And people don't even know what a fucking inventory is. And the thing is if you're in recovery, why do you go fuck off? You're not in recovery. Then you'll see it's all a Ponzi scheme. You ain't deep enough yet. You got somewhere now you feel good. And in time, you'll see. Everybody against me will, whether here or on the other side. You will see it. You will hear an echo if you deny any of this, because this is not from me. I didn't want this. The only way this can come through me is if I stay in what God gave me. And I ain't letting go of it. Because I don't represent me anymore. I represent a messenger of God. Oh, God, we don't need to go get it in before it all goes to hell. And it's like, you better go get it in. You go have fun. Don't work on yourself. Go have fun. You go do that. I love every one of you. And I'll be cool from here on out. Yeah.